And good evening to the 18th round of the Craftsman Cup Series. We're winding down the races as we've got, 8 races to go until we will find ourselves yet another Craftsman Cup Series champion. But before we talk about the starting grid, there was a debriefing earlier today that happened just a few hours ago in terms of what happened in the qualifying. If anyone didn't see qualifying, a load of drivers were wrecked and the cars all disappeared when they went into the pit lane. A total of 21 drivers actually had their cars disappeared during the duration of qualifying. So it was then a debrief today, just a few hours ago, and they decided to put the cars with the restrictor plate racing, with the restrictor plates, to ensure that nobody will want to get hurt and having massive speeds of about 220 miles an hour. So just to confirm it there, that all the cars now should have a restrictor plate in, again, just for driver safety around this 1.5 mile track of Kansas. So we'll get that out the way. Anyway, James Qualls starts on the pole, and he'll be alongside Brent Wintergreen. And on row 2 is a couple of drivers that's somewhat hitting a bit of form, maybe. Brandon Ross in the 21 and the 15 of Carson Green. The championship leader, RJ Bishop, he was one of the many cars involved in qualifying, and he will start 22nd as he is the championship leader. So he gets, he was the first to be going to the back of the grid here, as you can see there. Like I said, 81 laps. So all the 42 cars are going to head out onto the track right now. Here is how they look for the starting grid for round 18. Well, that's how the starting grid looks like. Then we are going to get on to the green flag. Not a lot of time there to see the starting grid, but it is showtime at Kansas. We are underway. ...81 laps. It's going to be a bit longer race than usual. We did race at Texas and that having 67 laps, but again, it's extended to 81. So we still should get some great racing throughout the entirety of this race. This is going to be the danger corner for most of these drivers. Off of turn 4, Qualls is going to lead the first lap, and that is 5 points for him. As Tedesco looks like he's going to lose third place to the 97 of Diego Ospina, and Brandon Ross all over the back of the Star Wars DuPont Chevrolet, as there's already a bit of a gap in the field. And Poteet has already got some problems. Dylan Poteet, problems occurred already for the 19 machine. And he's already going to be turning his way back into the pit lane. And you can see it is already a massive gap already between like the first 20 drivers, as Brandon Ross now goes to the inside and takes the lead away from James Qualls, which indeed he does. Kyle Matthews in the 45, he goes by too. Here comes Oskin in the 16 with a good run, passing his teammate Ospina. James Qualls there stuck on the outside. Now Wintergreen is actually alongside Christian Martin, former championship leader. Here comes Joshua Collard in the 43 on the inside, and Tedesco's now at the back end of this pack, and Matt McLean in the 31, nearly getting into Ospina. Onto the backstretch they go. Sky Commons, already a race winner this season, all the way back down at round 2. He's got Liam Ervik just ahead of him. Kyle Matthews then now leads the way. And Matthews does lead the lap and get 5 points for him. Now let's see where the championship leader is. There he is, currently running in 25th place. And right ahead of him is Wes McCall, who's been the championship leader for the majority of the championship here so far. Actually given Jack Mitchell a good push to gain 2 positions. And Carson Green's fallen all the way down. Carson Green's not had a good start. Qualified in 4th place. Ooh, I just saw Cody Lammers then scraping the wall off a 10-4, and he spins! And 2 Roush cars are involved. The 17 and the 6 are involved. And that's the first time the caution's going to come out. Seth Cole, the All-Star winner, make his way through. So the leaders then are going to be coming to the caution flag. We are going to get it the first time by on lap 781. Christian Martin's going to catch the wall, and he's going to spin nearly right into Brandon Ross. And that could be substantial damage to the 42, because he did hit the wall extremely hard. Jack Mitchell taking a wide berth going into 1. The cars are all still down, but want to make sure that 12 car might be okay, because he did slap the outside wall of 4 quite hard. I think they could have some drivers in coming into the pit lane, I reckon. I think there will be. Well, the cars are all stone down. Looks like Jesse Turner's got a hold of the position there, but no doubt the leader coming to the caution is 45, Kyle Matthews, followed by the 31 of Matt McLean and the 7 of Brand Tedesco. So we'll see all of them then coming into the pits. Here they all come. Just curious to see, and in comes the 17. I don't know if she might be out of the race, as well as the 6 of Nathan Hudson. So not a good start then for the team, for Roush Racing anyways, as all the other poles are down there to signify the drivers where their pit stop is. I do want to actually have a close look at the 12 to see if the 12 is going to be okay. So Poteet stays out because he's already a lap down. There's Martin coming into the pits. Is he okay? Is he out of the race? No, he's going to be fine. Carl Matthews then comes out, but someone came out ahead of him. I didn't quite see who it was. Just a splash and dash really for some of these drivers. That's the all heading out. Yep, just a splash and out goes Brandon Ross. James Poster is already midway down the field. And Carson Green is not moving at all. So not a good start then for Mitchell Green in the 15. And there goes Christian Martin out of the field as well. And the last car into the pits then, it looks like that is Carson Gum. Oh, there's Cody Lammers just coming out in the green 18. There's the safety car picking up whoever is the race leader that comes out of that. I'm not too sure, actually. We'll have a look. And it is... Oh, it's Matt McLean. So I think McLean came out then as the leader. Anyway, here's the caution. Here's the replay that brought out the first caution. Well, here it is. They're just the field's then coming out of 4. Like I said, it's going to be the danger corner because it gets narrow coming off of 4. And you can see there, Lammers taking a little bit of a wide turn, slaps the outside wall, then gets turned by his teammate, Nick Gunther, which then Lammers comes down into the 17. And then there was nowhere for Nathan Hudson to go. And that's what happened. And the 17 takes a couple of hard hits there, one with Lammers and also the other contact with the outside wall. And you can see the front end of the DeWalt Ford completely caved in. Wouldn't surprise me if the radiator is completely damaged in there. But unfortunate there for race winner Jessica Shelton and for Nathan Hudson. Both of their cars then quite damaged. And I think, to my knowledge, that possibly the 17 might be out of the race with that damage. So let's get back then to the green flag. Back again here at Kansas, racing in under the lights. And we are about to get the green flag back underway. So already round 1 of pit stops have already been made. McLean comes out leading, followed by Matthews. Jesse Turner in 3rd. Wintergreen, the outside post, at the 4th. And Brand Tedesco in 5th. Then Collard in 6th, Collard Jones in 7th, Danny Wells in 8th, Wes McCall 9th, and Austin Plant then in the top 10. We're back underway at lap 11 out of 81. Yeah, no sign of the 17 and the 6, unfortunately, so 2 Roush Racing teammates then both out of the race, and Wintergreen's made a good restart. Looks like he's going to take 2nd spot away from the 45. And McLean needs yet another lap. Just got to be a little bit careful there through 1 and 2. We don't want to see like any cars really scraping the wall. Oh, there comes LaPlante. LaPlante running a little wide out of 1 and 2, and he's going to lose a couple of spots in the process to the 16, the 20, and the 8. And the pole sitter, the 24 of James Coles there, right behind Brandon Ross, who goes and try and helps his teammate. Goes to the inside then. Into 1 they go. And Michael Norman, one of the many drivers who was involved in a qualifying accident. It's getting a bit dicey up there. I have to say it is getting really dicey up at the front. 3 wide for like 2 or 3 rows back then. There's a look at Matt McIntyre, the winner at Talladega. Side by side for the lead now. It's with the champion Danny Wells and the rookie Brent Wintergreen. And here comes Wes McCall on the inside. That Net Zero Chevrolet. And here comes the 1 of Trent Dunham making a move. Wanting to get himself 5 bonus points here for leading the lap. Very tight, narrow racing here. Teammates then are working together. The 07 and the 31. There's Christian Martin. And there's the championship leader all the way back down here. Close enough there to be side by side with Nick Gunther. And there's his teammate, the 41 of Seth Cole. So, and there's the 15 of Carson Green, who's down in 29th spot after starting in 4th. Oh, Colin Jones may have scraped the wall. Yeah, loads of drivers have actually scraped the wall. Look at the mess here. Oh, McLean! McLean has just spun into the 66. And that might be a caution here. Oh, and there's more contact. RJ Bishop gets turned by Christian Martin. And Sam Oz can nowhere for him to go. No more cars is collected. And Cody Lammers and Colin Jones all involved. And there's the 16. He's out of the race. The 12 cars also out of the race. Caution's out 2nd time tonight on lap 16 out of 81. And it looks like it's going to be a miserable day for Roush Racing. That's another car out of the race. Look at the damage there to the subway forward of Sam Oskin. His car is destroyed. As well as the championship leader, RJ Bishop. Well, let's have a look at a replay. We're going to have a look at this here from the 66 here perspective. Just pay attention to that white car left of your screen there. Matt McLean goes through the tri-oval, and then he's going to hit the wall extremely hard here, right there. Hits the wall twice, gets into Liam Ervig, who then also goes into Colin Jones. Ervig's got some right side damage on his Chevy. And cars then escaping to the inside. And we see there, yeah, nowhere for him to go. And there you can see Christian Martin. He just gets in to the 40 car. And that's a hard hit for both Martin and for RJ Bishop. And then there goes Austin Plant. He gets through fine. And then, yeah, nowhere for Sam Oskin to go. And that is yet more drivers then, unfortunately, out of the race. Right on board with RJ Bishop, who's already got damage on the bonnet. You can see a little gap. Yeah, he got through it fine, and then that's when Christian Martin gets into him. And there's the contact with Oskin. And on board with Colin Jones this time. Oh, McCall hit the wall hard. That's how they all got stuck up behind there. One more view here from Sam Oskin. It all basically started with McCall hitting the wall, and it stacked up the top lane of the track. I mean, Oskin did well to avoid that. Yeah, and that's what happened. And the leader actually coming, well, they're going to make another pit stop here. Don't know why. I mean, it's still quite early on to make another pit stop. But it was James Qualls that was leading the field. Like I said, Dylan Poteed, he is he is over a lap down. Anyone else wanting to stay out? No, looks like everyone is making their way into the pit lane. The other drivers then, cars disappeared, and that was Oskin. Christian Martin looks like he's going to be putting on some tyres on. And looks like he's going to stay out and do some more laps, I presume. Now that he is a lap down, though. But in comes the rest of the field. Just keeping an eye out here on the 12. Oh, looks like Brandon Ross is going to come out in the lead. So Ross is going to come out leading. Is it going to be the 24? Is it going to be the 42? No, it's going to be James Qualls. Followed by Jack Mitchell. Then Levi McIntyre. Then Wintergreen. Ali Rain and Danny Wells. That's close. 3 wide racing going on out of the pits there. And out goes Christian Martin, albeit a lap down now as he's side by side with Seth Cole. So there we go. Let's get back to the green. Well, we're back again. We're going to go back to the green flag. We're going to be on lap 21 and car 21 will be in position 1 coming back to the green flag. And then car 24, the pole setter James Qualls will restart second. Jack Mitchell, the rookie, in third. Levi McIntyre fourth. Ali Rain in fifth. Brent Wintergreen in sixth. Danny Wells, Michael Norman, Andy McCrory, and Buxton. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what his first name is. But we're back underway. And Qualls' nose time takes the lead back again. Oh, but Mitchell wants it now. Jack Mitchell, who's running in the top 10 in the championship. One of the drivers that was involved or had to start at the back of the grid. And he is gone to the lead and he will get 5 points. Much importantly, though, since he is running in the top 10 in the championship. So the 42 leads. Danny Wells now into second. And here comes Andy McCrory up into third. So Mitchell leads as we're looking at the pace car yet again. There's the the 12, and there's the 66. Some of the drivers that has actually got some damage there. Cars really avoiding someone because someone must have scraped the wall really hard. That looked really tight there, and the pole sitter, who restarted second, is all the way down to 15th place, and you can see a bit of a gap has now developed. So I don't know if Qualls may have just scraped the wall really hard enough because Sanf is on the inside. Here comes Kyle Matthews, who has led a lap already. And the 2 of Dylan Young and Wes McCall up high on the track and all. Still Mitchell with the lead. 3 wide for second spot as Collard now in the 43 is going to take the second away. Charlie Buxton in the 89 and Alex Rose. So look at all the Dodgers there showing some muscle here. The 42 though has got a good enough lead. It's going to be a rookie 1-2. Again, cars just hitting off the wall. Off of 4. Brandon Ross in the 21 back on the inside. With some help with Daniel Voiles. And there's the 77 of the old 7 behind 2. Levi McIntyre. So you've got the 2 Robert Yates cars there up front here. The second pack is sort of caught up now. Matthews has caught up to Trent Dunham in the 1. Oh, and the engine's gone on Collard. Collard's engine has just gave up the ghost and nearly goes into, and it's really stacked up there. Oh my goodness gracious me. On board with Joshua Collard. He's got nowhere for him to go. And the engine has gave up. That's the second time you see that in as many races there. Oh, and there's wrecking in front of him. Colin Jones and Matt McLean, and into Liam Ervig, and the 18 of Cody Lammers. And that's the cautions out for the third time tonight. But that's the engine gone for the. Well, I think that's like 2 races out of the last 3 for Collard. And both in good positions too. And there's the 18. Yep, out of the race. Oh, and it's Jamie Smith as well. Jamie Smith, the bad form still continues for the 4 team. And his day is over already. Again, just looking like the same type of damage what the 16 occurred in the previous caution. We will have a look at a replay of this here, but we'll just check to see if the leaders then are coming into the pit lane. By the looks of it, I think they may have. Yep, I think they're going to be. So Jack Mitchell's going to lead the field back into the pit lane. Rookies 1 and 2, followed by Matt McIntyre, followed by Daniel Voiles and his teammate Levi McIntyre. But like I said, as promised, we will look at a replay to see what happened for the caution number 3 to jump out. And oh wow, lots of damage there. That is Christian Martin. That's a lot of front end damage there on Martin, and I think that's his day completely done. So Wintergreen, the first close enough here to come into the pit lane. Here comes the 21. No sign of the 24. Did he stay out? I think 24 may have stayed out. Ross is going to come out just ahead of Seth Cole. Yeah, let me just check to see that actually. Oh no, there's 24. There he is in pit lane. My apologies. I thought he stayed out. So out comes the whole field there. Looks like Liam Ervig now doesn't have a bonnet on his car. Here's a replay then. So we're just going to look at then the engine blow-up then that occurred to the 43. It happened at Nashville a couple of races ago when he was running in the top 10. He was running in the top 10 here before the engine gave up, and there it is. Alex Rowe has to stay a little bit patient there as all the other cars then. Ooh, I think Kyle Matthews may have just tagged Trent Dunham. Seth Cole goes by, no problem. Charles Sanford goes by. Just Alex Rowe's got nowhere to go, really, and he's going to lose a lot of spots in the process. Look at Chris Summers going around the outside. That's brave. That is completely brave. Oh, well, he actually kisses the wall, unfortunately. Now, let's see where the crash happens here. So, there's the Ford of Jamie Smith. So, this is where it happens here. Oh, my God, there's contact there. Yeah, so Collard drives down into Fitzwater, and now the 20 gets completely blocked. And now we're going to see here the 66 and the 31. They're going to be spinning. Oh, the 20 car. And Colin Jones, he's going to hit the wall extremely hard, who drives down into the 31. This was when we were on board with Collard, when the engine gave up here. And then that's them two back up onto the track. Nowhere for Liam Ervig to go. Nowhere for Cody Lammers to go, other than just getting in, just slightly getting in. And then Jamie Swift is going to come in here any second now, I reckon. Here he comes. Phil Peltz just drives into the 18. Absolute madness there. So multiple cars involved. This is going to, I just feel like this is going to be an absolute complete wreck fest. And there you can see there, 4 cars got back going again. But the engine has gave up on that car yet again. Let's get back to the green. Well, at this rate, I think we're going to be on course here for a record for most cautions so far in the CCS. I think the record has been 5. We're already on the 3rd caution, and we're not even halfway. But Brandon Ross leads the way back again. Seth Cole in 2nd. Then it is Matt McIntyre in 3rd. Daniel Voiles, in 4th. Levi McIntyre in 5th. Wintergreen in 6th. Ali Rain 7th. 8th is the 8 car of Andy McCreary. Jack Mitchell in 9th. And Charlie Buxton then completing the top 10. Now let's see if Ross can get a better restart like he did previously and hold on for the lead at least for 1 turn. Now Cole already going to the outside. Yeah, looks like Brandon Ross has learned his lesson from the previous restart. Cole's going to get hung out to dry on the outside. Oh, here comes McIntyre. Going for the lead. Now put the 22 car in to the lead of the race. Daniel Voiles, who was one of the drivers that did not get involved in an accident during the qualifying. Now he's going to take the lead away, followed by the 07 and the 77 of Ali Rain. And fair play there to Ali Rain. She started 41st. She's already up into the top 5. Look at the 77 go, and she wants to go and lead this thing. Nearly 4 wide coming off of turn 4. And the 77 from 41st is now leading. Not for long, no. McCreary wants to lead. Or does the 89 want to? Oh, this is tight racing here. They're 4 wide further back here with McIntyre. The 2 McIntyres and Wes McCall. And that's a big hit there. That's going to hold up behind the 29 and the 32. Oh, and a wreck in front. And Daniel Voiles is upside down. Huge accident. And it's a complete stack up of cars. LaPlante's involved. Ospina's involved. Daniel Voiles is out of the race. His car completely disappeared. But Daniel Voiles went one hell of a ride. And that's the 4th caution of the night. And a problem there with Jesse Turner. His car's on the infield. There's a lot of damage there to the Valvoline Chevrolet. I think there might be. Because his car's not... Looks like it's not gaining any speed. Yeah, I think there might be a problem occurred with the 10, unfortunately. And also Jesse Turner's not having some good form recently. Other than being the history maker by becoming the first driver in CCS history to go back-to-back wins. But it looks like the 10 is going to be done. Oh my goodness me, careful, what on earth is... What's Diego Ospina doing there? God, they're racing back here to... Oh, look at that, damage to Wes McCall. A lot of damage to Wes. And we've got drivers actually making pit stop and some of them actually staying out. So this is going to be interesting. So we've got at least a few drivers in coming into pit lane. Charlie Buxton stays out. Dylan Young stays out. Trent Dunham, Seth Cole, all these drivers staying out. But looks like it's going to be Brandon Ross that's closest here that's going to make a pit stop now. We will have a look at the big crash at the Tri-Oval. So I think, yeah, Matthews was involved in the accident. So out goes Ross, followed by Danny Wells and Alex Rowe and James Qualls. He's going to come into the pits now. And Matt McIntyre then also comes out. Fresh tyres by looks of it, James Qualls. Levi comes out. Zachary Fitzwater comes out. 4 tyres for James Qualls. Here comes Carson Gum and also Wes McCall coming out of the pit lane as well. So let's have a look at a replay. Here's a replay then. And a scary ride here for Daniel Voiles in the 38. Let's see what happens here. Nothing to do with the 22. Now let's see. They look like they're nearly going 4 wide here. But we need to see. Oh, the 0 and the 45 touch. And then squeezes both Robert Yates cars up against the outside wall. Oh my goodness me. Austin LaPlante. Oh, and there's the contact with the 10. Didn't seem that much bad damage, though. And then that's when the track gets completely blocked. Nowhere for LaPlante and Commons and Ospina and Poteet to go. Chris Summers gets a piece of it as well. Noah Carr's just missing it, as well as James Qualls. So too does Carson Green and Gum. And I think that is Nick Gunther that's come to a complete standstill while this all unfolded. But yeah, that's a terrifying ride for the 38. On board with Levi. And that's where the 10 went wrong there, but it just didn't look like it was a hard hit when he hit the side rear ring there. of Daniel Voiles. On board with us in the plant now. And you see the wreck happen just ahead now. It just looked like to me there was nothing in it with the 10 and the 38. Now on board all the way back here with Nick Gunther. Pretty much you see all the Hendrick drivers in this battle here. I'm just wondering if the 44 got into the 48 for him to do his little slide. I think Noah Carr's may have played a part in that going into the 48 of his own teammate. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been one hectic week, couple of days here at Kansas with a load of drivers getting involved in accidents and qualifying, and you know we've already hit 4 cautions in this race, and we're still not even halfway through. Blimey, Charlie! But anyways, hopefully we're going to get hoping we're going to get some more green flag laps here. We're hoping so. Anyway, Charlie Buxton in the lead. Second is Dylan Young. Third is the one of Trent Dunham. Then it's Seth Cole, followed by his teammate Jack Mitchell in 5th. Don't forget, these drivers all stayed out. Andy McCrory 6th. Tedesco 7th. 07 is 8th. 77 is 9th. Charles Sanford then completes the top 10. Now, Brandon Ross was the first to pit. And he's all the way back there. And he's going to restart in 20th place. But he's got a few damaged cars just ahead of him to get by. We're back underway. And Dylan Young going for the lead. And he will take the spot away from Charlie Buxton. Hopefully he will keep that lead and get himself 5 much needed points, because the 2 car is really struggling so far at the moment. Coming off a 10-4 then up against the tri-oval, and yes, the 2 car will take the lead, and that's 5 points then for him. The 2 DEI teammates are side by side, the 1 and the 8. The 8 on the inside. And now Andy McCurdy will now go into the lead. Let me just check to see how much progress Brandon Ross has had. He restarted 20th. He's already up to 17th, so he's already gone by some cars. Trying to go around the outside for Alex Rowe. That's the 37 machine. And Sky Commons in the 00. And there, Danny Welsh just ahead. There's Ospina in the purple, number 97. Let's ride on board here with Brandon Ross as he makes his move on Sky Commons. Looks like that's Charles Sanford now to the point. I think that's Cole now into P2. Brandon Ross now up to 16th place. Don't forget, he restarted 20th. He was the first guy to make a pit stop, or came out. First guy making a pit stop. Now he's on the inside of Danny Wells. Sanford leads yet another lap. Cole still second. Oh, they're getting really dicey. Seriously dicey in the middle of the pack there. Oh my good lord, they may go 4 wide here. I think they nearly are 4 wide. They are 4 wide. With the 37, the 1, the 77 and the 49. Look at Alex Rowe go. Oh, and LaPlante's going to hit the wall. Luckily no one behind him. And it's getting really dicey. With the 00, the 7 and the 07. Man, that was tight. That was really, really close. And look at that there. Here comes the Hendrick train. That's Michael Norman by. Noah Carr's also by. Anyway, meanwhile, let's get back up here at the front, and it's still no change here. Now, don't forget, Dylan Poteet, he is more than a lap down. He's not battling for the lead. But Sanford leads the way. Mitchell in second, and Alex Rowe, who made that daring pass on the inside. His risk has been rewarded, and he's now up into 3rd spot now. And now the 41 is going to be stuck behind the 19 as 19's teammate Danny Wells then. And here comes the 00 of Sky Commons. He's going to go up into 5th position. Oh, it's Mitchell. Mitchell's thinking about looking to the inside for the lead. And yep, he does. 32 gives him space. The 37 nearly gets into 32. And yep, still Seth Cole stuck behind Dylan Poulteat and all the other drivers then going through. Gunther, then you got the 07, the 77, and Brandon Ross is also stuck behind the 41. Matt McIntyre and Charlie Buxton are trying to catch up here to this lead pack, as well as the 44 of Noah Cars. And there's James Coles in the 97. Sorry, James Coles in the 24, followed by Ospina in the 97. And there's Michael Norman. And there is the 49 of Austin LaPlan, who was up there battling here for the lead, but it's getting really, really sketchy out front. And they're catching up on Wes Bacall, who is on the tail end of the lead lap. Wes Bacall down in 29th place, but he is, like I said, on the lead lap. Gunther has now gone up into 2nd spot. This could be problematic here. This could be problematic. Oh, and there's contact with the double, with the 0 and the 42. And this is going to be stacking up the field here, possibly. Oh, Commons don't go around the outside. Ross goes by. Dylan Young goes by. Trent Dunham goes by. Matt McIntyre also goes by. The inside and the middle, well, the 2 lanes are all going to be clear. And now Commons, Rain, Wells are all going to be stuck behind. That's going to allow Carson Green and James Qualls and that lot to catch back up. And Michael Norman's now into the thick of it. And now Tedesco stuck behind, as well as Ali Rain. So that's really messing up things here. But still, Mitchell leads the way. Dunham in 2nd, Young in 3rd, Ross is in 4th, and Wintergreen, that's your top 5. Oh, here comes Brandon Ross. Ross to the inside of Young. That is for 3rd. And that's he's taken that position away. But still, Mitchell looking good out front. I tell you what, 2 of the drivers that's been really pretty much the majority up at the front has been the 07. And you could also say in some aspects the 21. Those 2 have been pretty much consistently up there battling here for the lead. I've just seen Alex Rowe attempting the pass here. That is on Michael Norman. And that is for position. Oh, Dylan Young may have scraped the wall. Noah Cars, who's been involved in a couple of accidents. There he is now challenging here for the top 5. He's on the inside there of Charlie Buxton. This Brandon Ross one's a little wide, and he has to surrender 3rd place to Wintergreen in the process, as we're going to go 3 wide nearly for 5th. No, Gunther backs out of it though, but now put the 44 into the 5th position, but still, Mitchell still leads the way. I think they're catching up on some more lap traffic. That's the 20 of Liam Ervig. We're now into the second half of the race. We're on to lap 53 out of 81. And Wintergreen going for 2nd on Trent Dunham, which he does cleanly. Now, does the 42 get by the lap car of Liam Ervig fine? Yes, he does. No problem there. No contact there, and now Trent Dunham's going to be held up behind the 20 with his teammate catching in the process. Oh, he nearly comes down on his teammate. Man, that was sketchy there with the 1 nearly getting into his teammate. And here comes Sanford down low as well, bringing Danny Wells with him too. And this is all being stuck behind the 20. Dunham then, who was battling for 2nd spot, who's all the way down to going to be outside the top 10 at this rate, as Michael Norman nearly gets into his teammate James Qualls in the 24. Okay, so we all got by the 20, no problem here. But now Brandon Ross has gone into the lead now. So Jack Mitchell's lead is completely gone. Wintergreen now to 2nd. And I think also that's the, oh yeah, Noah Cars, the Indianapolis race winner, going into the, making it 3 wide in the middle. Gunther down low. Mitchell still up top. And in the second pack is led by Dylan Young. Not anymore, because the 32 of Charles Sanford's on the inside. Oh, wow. Mitchell turning really left. Oh, and there's a crash. And the 24, the 37 and the 8. 3 into 1 did not go. Watch out for some cars behind. Oh, and there's Carson Gum. And that is caution number 5. Oh, and Chris Summers spinning as well. Oh, now there's Seth Cole. He's down in 29th place. We may have seen him pit. I think he pitted during the green flag run. We didn't see that at all until just now. But, yep. And that's an equal 5th caution. Here's a replay. Right, so here is a replay here. And we're just paying attention here to the 24, the 37 and the 8. Yeah, it just looks like just 3 cars going into turn 3. Just does not go. Yeah. It was just really tight race. And now the cars are all going to slide down to the bottom of the track. And you're going to see Carson Gum come any second. That's another retirement for the Roush Racing team, because the 16, the 17 and the 6 are already out of the race. And here comes Carson. There he is. Went into the 8. Now, where did the 48 come? Did he also make contact with Anthony McCrory? Just need to see, where is the 48? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes, right in driver's side of Anthony McCrory. And then backs it into the wall. What an app! This is more like a demolition derby. This track here, equal in record amount of cautions. That is 5. Oh wow, Levi McIntyre nearly gets into the 48. I'm pretty sure Seth Cole made a green flag pit stop, beknownst to us all, and and that's why he's now possibly trapped the lap down. Unfortunately. And Colin Jones, man, he's been in the wars tonight, is Colin. But his car's still going. Oh, quite interesting stuff here then. So drivers were making a pit stop when the caution came out. So out they all go, but then here comes over leaders there, because you can see they were already behind the pace car. So that's going to be quite interesting to see what happens here. Who's going to come out then leading? While all these other drivers then pitted out there. Who's that staying out? Who is that? Oh, that's Seth Cole. Yeah, so Cole is now... Yeah, because he pitted, didn't he? Yeah, he pitted during the green flag run. So tyres are going to be put on. Both Ross and Wintergreen. In comes Qualls, who's got some damage. So yeah, there's Gunther and Sanford. And there is... Yeah, okay, so this is going to make things be a little bit itchy now. So I think Sanford comes out as the leader after all of it. Hopefully James Qualls' car's not too badly damaged and gets his car continued. There's a look at Alex Rowe. He's gone into the pits. And he's come out of the pits. And out goes Qualls. Well, we're going to be back to the green flag here. It's this been an absolute, just a complete wreck fest of a race, this is. I don't think the restrictor plates has helped at all yet, but anyway, pace car lights are off. Seth Cole is not the leader. It's the car behind him who is the race leader. We're going to be having 20 laps to go, mercifully. 20 laps to go until the end of this race. Hopefully we can keep this green all the way. Sanford second. Then it is Commons in third. Poteet is already a lap down. Carson Green in 4th. 5th is Bantadisco. But now Spino, Ross, Cars, Mitchell and Dylan Young. That's the top 10. We're back underway. That's all that's left, all the cars that's left in this race. Sanford leads now. He's past Gunther. Poteet's not in the running for the win. And I tell you what, if a caution comes out now, Seth Cole will be back on the lead lap here. Because I think he is on the tail end of the lead lap. I believe that he is. Gunther retakes the lead back again. Here comes Tedesco in the 7. They put Poteet in the middle. But no, I don't think so. No, Poteet's got a good car under them though. Although the problem did occur very early on, and he's not really capitalised on it. So Gunther still leads yet another lap. Mitchell looking for second. Oh, and nearly contact between the 7 and the 42 going into 1. And now Sanford's completely high on the track, and he's going to lose 5 spots in the process. Yep, looks like he's going to lose even more spots there. There's Michael Norman. Brandon Ross as well. Oh, and scrapes the wall. Just gently kisses the wall. And that's going to lose even more spots now. Ali Rain then also hitting the wall. Now Jack Mitchell, he's gone back to the lead of the race. Hopefully Seth Cole can actually help his teammate keep that position. Shuts the door in Gunther's face. You've got the top 4 then rightly nose to tail. The 42, the 11, the 7 and the 00. And there's Carson Green, who was mostly spent the first half of the race at the back of the pack. He's now challenging now for a win. He's up in 5th spot. And Gunther's now been relegated to 4th now. Commons wants to go for 2nd. Not going to get the run though that he had on Tedesco. But Carson Green in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet trying to go for 4th place now on Gunther, which he can't do just yet. Side by side though. Oh, and it's Tedesco. Tedesco's wanting the lead now. He's side by side and takes the lead away. Commons might take advantage of it as well. He is going to be side by side with the 42. Still looking then at Carson Green, who's got the 44 all over the back of him, followed by the 77. Don't forget, 77 of Ali Rain. She started on the last row of the grid, as well as the 37 too. Somehow both kept their noses quite clean in the process, and what has been an absolute, like I said, a complete wreckfest of a race. Brandon Ross in at the back end of the steep pack here. Oh, and now Sky Commons has now gone into the lead. Commons now in the Brian Chevrolet leads the race. But the 42 looks hungry. He wants to spot back. Here comes Noah Cars in the 44 for Hendrick Motorsports. Passes the Robbie Gordon Motorsport driver, Brand Tedesco, and the Joe Gibbs driver of Nick Gunther in the process. Commons then getting a good draft on Cole. Oh, but he's probably getting held up behind. Oh, that could be a bit nerve-wracking. No, we are still okay, though. We are still all right. Jack Mitchell to back on the inside of Sky Commons and takes the spot back again. Carson Green now was at the back end of this pack here. So Mitchell back into the lead. Commons down to 2nd. Tedesco in 3rd. Gets a great run in 3 and 4. Dives low on the 00. Trent Dunham is in 4th. And in 5th place on the outside of Poteet is Dylan Young. Now I believe they are catching up to some lap traffic. And that is Wes Bacall yet again in the 0 Chevrolet. Now let's see if the 42 can get by the 0 a little bit cleanly this time. Them two make contact going into turn 3. This time Mitchell goes high and gets by no problem. Oh, and there goes the caution. And that's the record, everybody. Carson Green trying to dive his way through the middle and gets through unscathed. But it was just the closing speed. It was the closing speed of how damaged the 0 car was. And that's what happened. And that is the 6th caution of the day. Of the night, I should say. And, yeah, it took out Brand Tedesco, unfortunately, who was battling for yet another win. And the Harris Chevrolet is destroyed. and Liam Ervic disagreeing with Colin Jones over something. Any other drivers involved? It looks like, yeah, Seth Cole was involved. Yep, his car's a little bit torn up. Oh, and Sky Commons as well. We did see Sky Commons leading a couple of laps, and his car's gone into the pit lane. Hopefully not to retire, unfortunately. The front is caved in. They'll probably have to take the bonnet off the car, unfortunately, but Sky was having such a good run. And looks like everyone else is staying out, but Jack Mitchell leads the caution. Here's a replay. We'll have a look at this here from Tedesco's view here. You can see the Zero car. His car's badly damaged, so his car's not up to full speed. And it's just, yeah, Tedesco just gets into the Zero. Contact with the 1 as well. The double Zero's got front end damage. Dylan Young just kissed the outside wall. Loads of cars then avoiding on the infield of the track. Diego Ospina also put the brakes on. And then you can see the 11. He just gently gets into the Wes McCall machine. Seth Cole spinning as well. Noah Cars has done a lot of avoidance in this race tonight. He really has. I think he's been like somewhat involved in like 3 of the 6 cautions that's been out here. But that's such a shame there for Tedesco, because he was running really strong in the top 10. And just an unfortunate situation there. And his car is completely damaged. On board the Sky Commons here. And with Tedesco, he was challenging for the lead, and just look at the closing speed coming off a 4. I'm actually amazed not a lot of other drivers were involved in this. There was only about at least 4 of them at all. And Carson Green, he got through this unscathed. Wow, he threaded the eye of the needle. Multiple needles. Well, I hope you got the popcorn here, because this is going to be one exciting finish. The pace car lights are off. And we've got less than 10 laps to go. Look at the amount of cars that's left in this race. There's not a lot of them. Really, genuinely, not a lot of them. But Jack Mitchell leads the way. Dylan Poteet is... Oh, he's only just a lap down, though. Dylan Poteet's just a lap down, running in 24th place. It's Wintergreen in 2nd. Dunham in 3rd. Charlie Buxton is in 4th. 3 rookies in the top 4. Then you've got Brandon Ross in 5th. 6th is Danny Wells. Charles Sanders 7th. Michael Norman 8th. 9th is the 22 of Matt McIntyre. And Dylan Young completing the top 10. But it looks pretty good here for a rookie to win a CCS race for the first time this season. Who is it going to be? The green flag is out. And we've got 7 laps of racing to go. Buxton's not had a good start. He's already lost positions in the process in the green number 89. So Dunham is already up. Well, Dunham has already restarted 3rd place. Look at Danny Wells. Danny Wells made a great start. Oh, here comes Wintergreen. Wintergreen side by side with the 42 across the tri-oval. 3 wide here. Trent Dunham's in the middle of an Everarm sandwich there. Through goes Danny. Through goes Charles Sanford 2 in the 32 Tide car. Wintergreen leads, but Mitchell wants it back. Does the crisscross on the 07. Buxton's gone back on the inside. They're 4 wide nearly there. That was Ospina. That was with Ospina, Trent Dunham, and I think it was Michael Norman as well in the 5. Ross is on the inside. He's passing Dunham. Getting some help with Carson Green in the 15. Mitchell's back into the lead. So Mitchell back into the lead of the race. Sanford, who's not won a CCS race since the return of the CCS when he won the Daytona 500 and he drove the 10 car. and now he wants a challenge for the lead. We're on lap 78 out of 81, so 4 more laps of racing to go. The 32 takes the lead now. Here comes Buxton in the 89. Side by side with Mitchell. Here comes Brandon Ross in the 21. He's got a great run in 3 and 4, and he's up into 4th now. Oh, I think the 2 teammates of Dylan Young and Ali Rain just may have had a slight touch. Here comes Austin LaPlante in the 49, making it going 3 wide with 3 Dodgers there. Meanwhile, back out front, and now Mitchell. Mitchell's back into 2nd now. Brandon Ross got up to the high side of the track period, but the 32 leads the field still. Then it's Mitchell. Then it's going to be Wintergreen and the 07 on the inside. Matt McIntyre stuck in the middle. Buxton nearly up against the wall. So did Ross. And now Dylan Potte's helping his teammate Danny Wells to get back up into the front here now. 2 more laps of racing to go. Mitchell getting closer and closer to the Tide machine. He makes a look onto the inside. Will Sanford give him the room? I think he may well have. They're catching up on the 7 of Brandon Tedesco. Mitchell now leads as we're going to get the white flag. Wintergreen now into 2nd. The white flag is out. 1 more lap of racing to go. Oh, look at Wintergreen. Wintergreen's going to make a move on the inside, and he's going to take the lead away from the 42. Side by side, Danny Wells wants to make it 3 wide. They're catching up on the 7 really badly. Oh, the 42's going to get held up behind, and there's a wreck on the last lap. Michael Norman, more cars involved. I think that was the 49. But across the start-finish line, Wintergreen becomes the first rookie to win a CCS race. And it's absolute carnage further back. As they come across the finish line, Colin Jones's day, yep, his car's finished now for once and for all. Levi McIntyre's got a lot of damage. The 49 has got some severe amount of damage. But Brent Wintergreen becomes the first rookie to win a CCS race, and it's only took him 18 attempts to do it. But my oh my, what a finish that was. A last lap pass. Mitchell ended up getting involved. Yeah, there's the damage there, more damage. Oh, and there's the 42. The win was taken away from Mitchell after being held up behind Tedesco. More cars then coming into the pit lane because they've got a lot of damage there. Caution's actually come out. I believe that might be the 7th time that would have been. But there is Wintergreen, your winner. And he pulls off into the pit lane. Let's have a look at the accident then on the last caution. Yeah, I think that was actually kind of crazy, great racing on the part there of the 07. Just use the 7 as a pick. And then in comes Sanford. I mean, it's the last lap. It's every man for himself. The 5 gets into the 7. They all back it into the wall. Heavy contact there with the back of the 7 as well as the 32 and the 42. And then we're going to see maybe further up forward here. Oh, there's the 49. He gets spun around by getting into the 1 car, it would seem. And he backs it into the outside wall quite hard. There goes the 37 forward. Now, we're going to see the 88, of Levi McIntyre. He's going to get involved somehow. I think he's going to get into the 49, isn't he? Yep, he does. So it's hard hits then for both the Roush Racing, not Roush Racing team, my apologies. The both Robert Yates's cars. Now let's see how the 66. Oh, the 66 gets into the back of the 88, and then they're going to stack up these drivers here. Sky Commons then gets pushed around by Seth almost. But my oh my, what an absolute race! Fueled with adrenaline on this there, but man, and there goes the 42. He's just going to cross the line to come across the line officially in 19th spot. On board with the 42, there's the 07 of the winner, Wintergreen. Had to get on the brakes, then gets hit by the 32. Oh my, the 88 took some hard hits there. And looks like they were wrecking also on the tryover at the start-finish line. And this is from Charles Sanders' view. Yeah, like I says, it's the last lap. Oh, Nick Gunther just avoids the 88. And who is that spinning up front then across the tri-oval? Is that Ali Rain? Oh no, it's Trent. It's Trent Dunham. No one was going to possibly finish in the top 5. Oh, I think Ali Rain went in on Trent Dunham and Dunham took a hard kiss to the outside wall. We'll see that actually from Ali Rain's view. Right, let's go on board here with Ali Rain. I'm pretty sure she did get into the back of Trent Dunham. There's the wreck. Absolutely plants her foot on the throttle. Yeah, and gets into Trent, and that's a hard hit with the outside wall for Trent. Her teammate Young also went by across the line too. And one more view here then from Trent Dunham. There's the contact between him and Austin. And in the 77, full head of steam. Oh, that's a huge hit. Yeah, that's a hard hit with the safer barrier. Well, there you have it then. 7 cautions to end this absolute madness of 2 days here at Kansas with the qualifying. Excuse me, and the race itself. I was trying to speak there and I was trying to burp at the same time. My apologies there. But yeah, congratulations to Brent Wintergreen, the first rookie to win in the CCS this season. And what a race it was there. What a finish, you know. What a last lap. Just overall sheer carnage from start all the way to the finish. Anyway, this has been the end of this race. There goes Tedesco turning his way into the pit lane, as well as the rest of the guys then coming in. Give this race then a like, and yeah, there'll be you know, if you want to be involved in the CCS Discord group, link will be in the description. Anyway, I'm off to go in the bath and get my breath back here, but here's the official results and the points as we go into round 19 of the championship, which is going to be at Michigan. Hopefully a little bit more cleaner than what we saw here tonight. Till then, bye bye.